In this world, there is a harsh truth most people are too afraid to admit. The kind don't always win. The humble are often forgotten. The patient are left behind. You were taught to be good, to stay soft, to endure. You were told that in the end, the universe would reward your goodness. But look around. How many good people do you see living the life they deserve? How many dreamers are buried under the weight of broken promises? How many warriors laid down their swords only to be stabbed in the back? The world doesn't run on kindness. It runs on power, on presence, on the ability to say, enough. There comes a moment in every person's life when they must decide. Will I continue to shrink myself to make others comfortable? Will I keep apologizing for being ambitious, for wanting more, for feeling deeply? Or will I rise? This rise is not gentle. It is not sweet. It is not polite. It is the rise of someone who has suffered, someone who has been betrayed, overlooked, underestimated, someone who finally realizes that being good was a disguise, a cage. The world taught you that being silent is noble, but silence becomes permission. You were told to forgive endlessly, but endless forgiveness becomes self-betrayal. You were told to stay small, stay humble, stay in line. But staying small in a world built for giants is how you vanish. So what now? You become the version of yourself that no longer waits to be chosen. You choose yourself. You no longer beg for validation. You validate your existence through action. You stop trying to be liked and start being respected. You stop seeking comfort and start seeking truth, no matter how cold, how hard, how brutal it may be. And here's the brutal truth. Sometimes, to protect your light, you must step into your shadow. Sometimes, to survive, you must become what they fear. Not because you are evil, but because the world does not respect softness without strength. This doesn't mean cruelty. It means clarity. It means drawing lines that do not bend. It means having a spine when others expect you to bow. It means learning to say no with such power that no one asks twice. It means becoming dangerous, not to hurt, but to defend. Not to destroy, but to build with authority. Power is not handed to the quiet. Respect is not gifted to the endlessly forgiving. Peace is not found by those who run from conflict. It is claimed by those who confront it. You weren't born to be invisible. You weren't made to dim your fire to keep others warm. You were built for more, but more requires transformation. It requires death. The death of the version of you that waited, that doubted, that apologized for breathing too loudly. Let that version die. Because the truth is, every empire starts with a rebellion, and every rebirth starts with rage. Not anger toward others, but anger toward the lie you were told. That you must remain small to be loved. That your strength is something to be feared. That your ambition is selfish. That your pain is weakness. Number. Your pain is fuel. Your ambition is vision. Your strength is necessary. The world does not change for the passive. It changes when those who've had enough finally rise. Not with a whisper, but with thunder. So rise, not as a victim, not as the hero they expect, but as the force they never saw coming. Be fierce. Be unapologetic. Be whole. Let them call you selfish. Let them call you ruthless. Let them call you the villain. Because in their story, the one that kept you in chains, you were never meant to win. But this is no longer their story. It's yours. And in your story, you don't need permission to rise. You don't need approval to become powerful. You don't need to be understood, only respected. So step out of the light that betrayed you. Step into the darkness that shaped you. Not to lose yourself, but to finally become yourself. Because sometimes, the only way to be free is to become everything they were afraid you'd be.